Let me just go across and show you the numbers game, and Rajdeep can help me explain this to our viewers, because this is Ahmed Patel's calculation. Now Amit Patel is going to bowl a googly. That seems fairly clear. Here is the original Congress strength. Remember, the Congress had 57 MLAs to begin with. If Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi had been able to hold their own, there should have never been a problem. We wouldn't have been here. We would have been talking about Doklam, or we could have been talking about something else. This was a battle the Congress had sealed. But that's when 6 Congress MLAs resigned, taking the Congress tally down to 51. Then 7 defected along with Shankar Singh Waghela this morning. You know, they voted for the BJP. 1 Congress MLA this morning cross-voted. So that brings them down to 43. Despite that, they had 43 MLAs. You've got 1 NCP MLA and you've got 1 JDU MLA. The JDU MLA is on record saying he's voted for the Congress. We just ran that comment of Chotubhai Wasawa. So basically you've got the Congress 43 plus 1 plus 1, 45. Now, if this is the numbers game, there is no battle. Ahmed Patel is through. But something has happened which makes the BJP certain that the numbers will not be what Ahmed Patel and the Congress think it will be. Either this MLA or the NCP MLA has to back out. Now, so far, publicly, they've said they voted for the Congress. Could there be a double cross? Pawan Khera, you know, you're looking at these pictures, the BJP is sitting very easy and calm. They think they've won. The numbers seem to suggest that Ahmed Patel should really be through. This should not be a contest. This should not be a close contest. Now, something has happened. You know, this is Machiavellian. This is straight out of Game of Thrones or House of Cards, because you've got things happening in the back end which aren't quite what they seem to be.
Well, the kind of tactics being used in Gujarat, I'm sure we can't really go by 2 plus 2, 4. There is a lot that can be read between the lines. They have been resorting to, I'm telling you, Rahul, as I said, midnight knocks on our MLAs long back, 10, 15, 20 days ago, and pressurizing them through police, through all kinds of methods. So one wouldn't be surprised if in this case 2 plus 2 is not 4. So therefore, I think we are doing that. We have to fight for every inch, for every single MLA.
If Ahmed Patel loses this election, then soon the fable in India's political circles will be 2 plus 2 is whatever Amit Shah wants it to be. You know, if you have 57 MLAs and you still don't win, Rajdeep, this should have never been a fight in the first place.
No, I wouldn't say that. Look, because Shankar Singh Waghela was going to rebel. That was clear for
the Congress could have stopped it. They could have reached out to him. He felt slighted.
No, I don't think so. I think Shankar Singh Waghela had made his peace. It comes down to the point that Rahul made. There are a number of Congress MLAs across this country, and you will see it before the Karnataka election and possibly Himachal as well, who are looking at alternative options. The Congress they see as a sinking ship. They believe that the leadership doesn't read. I mean, Jairam Ramesh is right. The party is facing an existential crisis. There is this feeling that you are still living in a sultanate when actually, you know, the ground is slowly being taken away from under your feet. So I think the Congress realized they were in for a tough fight. The problem with the Congress at the moment is that they maybe do not have the number of, they don't have that hunger, that junoon, call it what you want, that obsession.
No, but that's because when you and I met Rahul Gandhi,
yes,
he spoke of a 25 to 30-year plan to revive the Congress party. You remember, you and I were there together?
Yeah, but you know,
30-year plan to revive the Congress party. At the speed at which Amit Shah and Modi are going, will there be a Congress party after 30 years?
Even on a day like today, Rahul Gandhi didn't attend the CWC meeting. He may be unwell, but you know, at the end of the day, a general has to lead from the front. And you know, he's vice president of the party. You expect, you know, your soldiers, your majors, your brigadiers are at their finest when the general is leading from the front.
And he has taken over the Congress over the last few years.
Yeah, so my point...
But you've got once again Sonia Gandhi leading from the front. She's the one doing the strategizing. Rahul Gandhi, he has fever, and you know, I've come into work, Rajdeep, you've come into work, Rahul, you've come into work when you've had high fever. When there's a big story, you work. When there's a crisis, you lead from the front. That's what army generals do. You can't be leading from the comfort of the bedroom.
I will give you the example of Goa. Goa was an election that the Congress, if they had shown the same hunger in a way that they've shown, or the same at least desperation, if we're going to use to win an election, they would have been in government in Goa. What happened then? Maybe der aaye, durust aaye, maybe the Congress is learning. But I get a sense that when you're dealing with someone like Amit Shah and Narendra Modi, look, these are ruthless practitioners of real politics. These are in the classic old Indira Gandhi style, take no prisoners. If you have to remove, if you have to dismiss a government, we will do it. If the occasion arises, Sam, Dam, Danda, Bhed. Now, when you are faced with that kind of politics, then you are constantly, you're constantly on the edge. And I think that explains many of the Congress reactions also today. Ahmed Patel is normally a very calm man. But today I have seen in Ahmed Patel also a sense of flustered, nervous, anxiety, feeling that...
No, but for most part, Rajdeep, the man has been left to fend for himself.
He has, and that's my point, that the Congress party needs to decide, are you in a war? You see, there is no 25-year plan when you are fighting a war. You have to fight the battle election after election. In Gujarat, already elections are in December. Amit Shah has done half a dozen meetings with his Panna Pramukhs across Gujarat. The Congress has yet to decide who's going to be its face for Gujarat. That's where Waghela comes in. The Congress should have taken the call on Waghela 3 months ago. It would have given them more time perhaps to prepare for this Rajya Sabha election. Rahul, and look at when Waghela planned it. Waghela planned his rebellion in a way that he gave little time to the Congress to recover.
During the break, I was talking to a couple of congressmen who are saying that don't just go to Goa. Look at what has happened in Arunachal, Uttarakhand. He was relating to me that 20 odd MLAs of the Congress party were for 11 days trying to meet Rahul Gandhi. They were staying at the Arunachal Bhavan. They didn't get along with the General Secretary in charge. On the 12th day in the night, they found that their baggage has been dumped outside the Arunachal Bhavan. They went back, staged a rebellion, joined the BJP.
And now there's a BJP government there.
And now there is a BJP government there.
The man on your screen is the man who could turn this election. He's clearly playing some kind of a rather strange game. His name is Chotubhai Wasawa. He's a Janata Dal United MLA. Now, he insists when we spoke to him that he voted for the Congress. His party, the JDU, insists he voted for the BJP. Again and again, you've got KC Tyagi coming out and saying that Chotubhai Wasawa, our man, has voted for the BJP. Right now, the JDU and the BJP are in an alliance, so naturally he's expected to vote for the BJP. But the twist in the tale is that Chotubhai Wasawa is Sharad Yadav's man. Sharad Yadav and Nitish Kumar are not getting along at this time. So Sharad Yadav asked him to vote for the Congress. If he's voted for the Congress, then Ahmed Patel is reasonably comfortable. If he hasn't, Ahmed Patel has lost this battle. Let's listen to what Chotubhai Wasawa is telling us. Let's listen parallelly to what his party is telling us. This one vote could decide what happens in this election. अच्छा वसावा साहब ये बताओ कि आपने वोट किसको डाला सर?
मैं अहमद भाई को वोट दिया है।
पक्का आप छोटू वसावा बोल रहे हैं 100%?
हाँ बिल्कुल।
क्योंकि अभी हमने केसी त्यागी को सुना, आपका सीनियर लीडर है, वो कहता है कि नीतीश कुमार ने बोला कि
केसी त्यागी हमारा कोई लीडर है ही नहीं, वो केसी त्यागी थोड़ी वोट देने आया, वोट तो मैंने दिया है।
अच्छा तो आपको पार्टी से कोई आदेश नहीं आया कि आपने डालने का वोट बीजेपी को?
बोल देगा
हाँ जी
तो मैंने वोट दिया है तो मान लोगे क्या?
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूं कि आपको आदेश नहीं आया कि बीजेपी को वोट डालना है?
वो आदेश कैसे करेंगे? वो हमारे पार्टी के रहे नहीं तो कैसे करेंगे? अभी इलीगल चला रहे हैं ना, इस पर तो हम केस करने वाले हैं। हाँ, आपने
किसको दिखाया कि आपने आके बीजेपी को नहीं कांग्रेस को वोट डाला?
कोई हमारा कोई आदमी नहीं था, वो कैसे हमको देगा?
आपने वो वोट किसको दिखाया है? ये वोट तमें जारे तमें त्याग गया?
मैंने खुद दिया है तो मैं कह सकूं ना मैंने वोट दिया है।
यानी आप अगर कल अहमद पटेल को केवल 43 वोट मिलते हैं,
अहमद पटेल को ही दिया है, वही जीतने वाले हैं, देख लेने का।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे मित्र सेटिस्फाइड हैं कि छोटू भाई वसावा जी का वोट उन्हें मिला है।
नहीं, बीजेपी सेटिस्फाइड है, लेकिन पार्टी किस तरफ गई है?
इन परिस्थितियों में वो ऐसा वक्तव्य दे रहे हैं, मैं उस पर टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन जेडीयू और बीजेपी दोनों सेटिस्फाइड हैं कि वसावा जी ने हमको वोट किया।
अगर नहीं किया होगा तो उनके खिलाफ पार्टी कोई कार्रवाई करेगी?
हाँ बिल्कुल।
अच्छा वसावा साहब ये बताओ कि आपने वोट किसको डाला सर?
मैं अहमद भाई को वोट दिया है।
पक्का आप छोटू वसावा बोल रहे हैं 100%?
हाँ बिल्कुल।
क्योंकि अभी हमने केसी त्यागी को सुना, आपका सीनियर लीडर है, वो कहता है कि नीतीश कुमार ने बोला कि
केसी त्यागी हमारा कोई लीडर है ही नहीं। वो केसी त्यागी थोड़ी वोट देने आया, वोट तो मैंने दिया है।
अच्छा, तो आपको पार्टी से कोई आदेश नहीं आया कि आपने डालने का वोट बीजेपी को?
बोल देगा
हाँ जी,
मैंने वोट दिया है तो मान लोगे क्या?
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूं कि आपको आदेश नहीं आया कि बीजेपी को वोट डालना है?
वो आदेश कैसे करेंगे? वो हमारे पार्टी के रहे नहीं तो कैसे करेंगे? अभी इलीगल चला रहे हैं ना, इस पर तो हम केस करने वाले हैं। हाँ,
आपने किसको दिखाया कि आपने आके बीजेपी को नहीं कांग्रेस को वोट डाला?
कोई हमारा कोई आदमी नहीं था, वो कैसे हमको देगा?
आपने वो वोट किसको दिखाया है? ये वोट तमें જ્યારે તમે ત્યાં ગયા?
मैंने खुद दिया है तो मैं कह सकूं ना मैंने वोट दिया है।
यानी आप अगर कल अहमद पटेल को केवल 43 वोट मिलते हैं,
अहमद पटेल को ही दिया है, वही जीतने वाले हैं, देख लेने का।
You know, one thing is very clear. You don't need to be Machiavelli to know that Chotubhai Wasawa is fooling someone. You know, he's either given a lollipop to the Congress, or he's given one to the BJP, or he's given one to both. What do you make of this character Chotubhai Wasawa? He's saying different.
I'll tell you a few things about Chotubhai Wasawa. Chotubhai Wasawa comes from the same district as Ahmed Patel. This is one of the various many ironies of this situation. For a long time, he was a tribal leader who wanted a Bhilistan to be carved out of that part of South Gujarat. He has been a bit of a maverick. He has had a criminal record, as a number of people in that part of the country do. He's been a strong man, very independent, was elected first time in 2007. Janata Dal United is only a fig leaf that he has taken. He doesn't need Janata Dal United to win his election, which is why I wouldn't be surprised if he has gone against the party high command decision. I think, Rahul, you're right. I think I'm surprised that someone would tell you on live television after he has cast a vote and after the voting process is over that I voted for someone who actually I have not.
If he's taken money, he has to do paisa vasool.
Yeah, so I really would find that difficult to believe. He also has been close to Ahmed Patel, with whom he once, many years ago, was seen to be in a battle with as an independent leader from the same area. But over time, he and Ahmed Patel had made peace. And, Ahmed Patel has obliged a lot of people. That's the nature of his politics. I'm just wondering whether Chotu Wasawa decided that it was time to return the obligation. If he hasn't voted for Ahmed Patel, it obviously means that he's decided that...
No, but there are two ways of looking at it. Yes. One is a past IOU.
Yes.
One is a future blank check. Which of the two is Chotubhai Wasawa?
And you're right. And it's a good word you use again, future blank check, because I think viewers need to know there's an election coming up in Gujarat, November, December, just 3 months away. What every person who today voted, every Congress MLA who switched sides today has been promised is a BJP ticket. So that's the very, you're guaranteed. And today BJP ticket in Gujarat with Mr. Modi as Prime Minister, Amit Shah as the chief strategist, is in most circumstances a winning ticket. So I can see why a number of people were tempted to switch sides. I maintain I'm surprised that more haven't. I think it's credit to Indian politics that more haven't, given the kind of stakes that are involved in an election like this, the kind of money that we are told is thrown in an election like this. Chotubhai Wasawa has, if he has voted with Ahmed Patel, decided ki my regional loyalty or sub-regional loyalty in Bharuch, he is my fellow Bharuch friend, I will rather vote for him than vote for someone else.
What we are hearing from there is that he has been pitching for a break from the GDU line as far as this election is concerned. He has been talking about how the BJP government for the last 22 years has done very little for the tribals of the region. So he has been taking a political line. Is he going to follow up on that?
He's been, that's why he's close to Sharad Yadav. You're right. He's been the so-called secular politician of that part of the country.
No, but that would be spectacular. Then he's done an Amit Shah on Amit Shah, if this is true.
No, but also, Rahul, it's not just him. The other person who I still am not convinced about is this Mr. Bosky.
I'll show you Mr. what Bosky is saying. If our producers just pull it out.
Because, he's from the Nationalist Congress Party, close to Praful Patel, comes from Anand, is the president of the state NCP, and Praful Patel is not taking my phones. And Praful Patel and I come from the same school. And when you come from the same school, normally politicians at least pick up your phone. I have no other relation with Praful Patel, but the fact is we went to the same school. Whenever I ring up Praful Patel, he picks up the phone. So the last 24 hours, Praful Patel's phone is ringing. He's not picking it up.
Yesterday in your show, Rajdeep said that Patel is likely to lose. He's less worried about his prophecy going wrong than the fact that Praful Patel is not.
Can I show you very interestingly, Praful Patel put out a picture on Twitter. If our producers just get set to zoom in the camera, I'll show you this one Praful Patel picture. He put it out this evening. It's the most mischievous smile you will see. You know, this is Praful Patel. Here it is. So this is Praful Patel. Short while ago on Twitter, he's put out this picture. He just puts out his picture. You know, he says on top, I'll just tell you what he's saying on top. Okay, he's saying on top, Tuesday thoughts, and there is this smile. Here it is, Praful Patel. He's not taking anyone's call. He watches a lot of India Today, so I don't know whether at this moment he's watching or not. But here is Praful Patel with this very, very mischievous smile. I'll show you what Bosky is saying. Bosky is the NCP leader. Remember, yesterday one NCP leader, Jadeja, rebelled and said he'll vote for the BJP. Now, the NCP has officially put out a statement where they're saying we passed a whip. The whip said vote for the Congress. Sharad Pawar has officially put this out. Supriya Sule has also told us this. Okay, that's Bosky. Praful Patel, mischievous smile. What are you making of this?
See, there are 2 or 3 other angles, particularly with this NCP. It's one of these strange parties at the moment which likes to keep its feet in every camp. That's been Sharad Pawar's style. He doesn't like to take a dramatic step. He likes to be cautious.
So you can have one MLA vote Congress.
So one MLA,
BJP.
by all
Both
indications, has certainly voted for the BJP. He has openly said it. That is Mr. Jadeja, who is the son of the late Don of Saurashtra, Santokh bin Jadeja. The other individual, Mr. Patel, is close to Praful Patel. And remember, the NCP is under the heat of enforcement agencies in Maharashtra and now in Delhi.
No, but Praful Patel himself in the Air India case can be in trouble because of all
this.
He's
under the scanner. Is under the scanner in the Air India case, and we have a situation where Sharad Pawar's nephew Ajit Pawar is under the scanner in irrigation scams. Other people close to Mr. Pawar like Sunil Tatkare are under scanner for the irrigation scam. Mr. Pawar was given a Padma Vibhushan by this government. I just wonder that despite this whip that was issued and which they have made public only at the end of the election, was the NCP simply saying, look, we are not going to get our hands dirty in this Gujarat battle where we have little at stake. Let these MLAs vote whichever way they want. We are not going to stand up for the Congress, a party which we believe is also a sinking ship.
Okay, let's
and remember, and so therefore everyone is weighing their options and looking at it from a very self-interested perspective. And I don't think the NCP is out there to do any special favors for the Congress or even for Ahmed Patel.
Because Sharad Pawar for the longest time felt that the Congress never gave him a good deal and that he was slighted at the Darbar of 10 Janpat. It's been his pet peeve. So he's been waiting for multiple opportunities. He's had multiple opportunities to put the Congress in its place. You know, there are 2 MLAs, and I just want to go back to our video wall to show this to you, because there are 2 MLAs who will decide what this election is going to end up with. Remember, there could be some Congress votes which go invalid, which is what Shankar Singh Waghela said, that there will be 3 or 4 cross votes, but because you have to show your vote as you exit to your polling officer, that's a little difficult. But there are 2 votes, and I want to show this to our viewers. 45 is what Ahmed Patel needs to be able to win the 3rd Rajya Sabha seat. Remember, if you're just tuning in late to the story, Amit Shah and Smriti Irani are through. That's not even in contest. 45 is what Ahmed Patel needs to win. Now, 6 of those MLAs of the Congress party resigned last week. That's when the whole drama started. 7 defected this morning. That's when they were part of Shankar Singh Waghela's camp. They voted against the Congress. The Congress knew this. There were 44 MLAs who went to Bengaluru to that Eagleton resort. Now, out of those 44, 1 jumped this morning. That again Ahmed Patel knows. But Ahmed Patel's calculation is that he's got 1 NCP MLA, Bosky, who you just heard saying we are secular, we voted for the Congress. And you've got this 1 JDU MLA. That is where the mystery is as far as I am concerned, because you've got Chotu Wasawa tell us that he's voted for the Congress, but his party is saying he's voted for the BJP. Now, who is Wasawa telling the truth to? Is he speaking the truth when he comes on India Today Live, or is he telling the truth to Bhupender Yadav and KC Tyagi when he speaks to them? If either of these 2 gentlemen or both of them have not voted for Ahmed Patel, then he's sunk. When you see those images from the Gujarat guest house, Vijay Rupani, Nitin Bhai Patel, Amit Shah, Bhupender Yadav, all of them sitting there, they think they are through. Rahul Srivastava has been able to access the BJP war room strategy and the numbers they've got. Take our viewers through those numbers, Rahul.
Rahul, the BJP had a broad plan. It tried to execute it. It's now waiting. It went to the Election Commission Is it twice? I think yes, they managed to meet the election government twice. Once the EC refused to meet them again. The BJP says that they have worked out a strategy as per which Amit Shah will get 47 votes. Smriti Irani, the other candidate, will get 46 odd votes. Ahmed Patel will be short by 2, that is 43. The Congress rebel Ahmed Patel protege Balwant Singh Rajput will get 40. Now, as this is where the twist comes in, that there are basically enough votes for 3 seats. By fielding Balwant Singh Rajput, the BJP has spoiled the game for Ahmed Patel. What the BJP is hoping that the surplus votes of Amit Shah and Smriti Irani will go to Balwant Singh Rajput.
And that's where explain to the viewers how. Because in an election like this, if there are 3 seats available, you have to get in your first round, if you have to be chosen through your first preference, you have to get 1/4 of the seats at least. If there are 3 candidate seats available, you have to get 1/4 of those seats. So if there are 176 seats available, which are being counted, you need 44 or 1/4 of them at the very minimum. The moment you slip below that, then you have to rely on what you call the second preference votes. Because when I tick who's my first preference, who's my second. The second preference problem is all the BJP MLAs who are more than 120 are all putting Mr. Rajput as their second preference. So Ahmed Patel had to win this election, or has to win this election on the first preference. On a first preference vote, he needs 45, so he's just 1 vote above the 1/4 that he requires. That number could come down by 2, because if the 2 MLAs votes are disqualified, then the total number is 174, and then even if he has 43, he is more or less there. Yeah, at 44 he's there. At 44 he's there.
He needs both these people to vote for him.
If the 2 votes are disqualified, then he needs just 1. He needs either
but if those 2 votes get disqualified, but the election commission, forget what leaders are telling you off record. What Congress leaders in Gujarat have come out and said on record is that they're not happy with the way the EC has looked at their submission. They're saying puri footage nahi dikha rahe hain, they're showing only partial footage, which essentially means they're pretty much now resigned to the fact that the EC verdict is going to go against them. Those 2 MLAs will not get disqualified.
They were late in taking the pitch.
I want to go to Polami Saha, 11:20. The EC's had dinner. The verdict is supposed to be out in 10 minutes. Will they be on time? Could it take longer than expected, Polami?
Well, it could take about 10 to 15 minutes more from that, because what we're hearing now is that precisely around 11:30, 11:45, what we are being told by our sources within the Election Commission is when the Election Commission will convey its decision to the returning officer in Ahmedabad, after which you will hear the formal announcement from Ahmedabad. So looking at sort of a time frame, Rahul, of 11:30 to 11:45 right now.
Okay, and what is it that they're doing? Because BB Swain, the returning officer from Gujarat, said at 7:30 he sent the full footage across to Delhi. There's lots of commentary on social media that that's longer than a Bollywood film. If it's just a short clip, why is it taking so much time?
Well, they've been through that footage. That footage, sort of scanning through that footage, that process was done quite some time back. What they're going through is some of the documents, of course, that the Congress has submitted in terms of past precedent, in terms of, there being legal sort of cases before this as well, where this has happened previously. Remember that Congress was pointing towards the Haryana example, towards the Rajasthan example. The Haryana example, in fact, involved Mr. Randeep Surjewala himself, when he, in fact, cast his vote in the Rajya Sabha elections and then flashed the ballot paper to Kiran Chaudhary, which was not proper, and hence it was considered to be invalid. So right now, of course, we believe that they might be coming to a conclusion vis-a-vis that verdict. It probably is being typed out as well and is being conveyed, because eventually we will get a note from the Election Commission as well. So the written word will also be out as to what exactly was the process and what were the deliberations and why exactly Has the election come to a particular conclusion? So that is being finalized right now. Of course, we're keeping an eye out on the Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. A.K. Jyoti's vehicle right behind us right now, because as soon as he steps out of the Election Commission, we'll know that he's conveyed his decision to the RO, and of course all focus will then switch to Ahmedabad. Rahul?
Okay, I want to go to Sahil Joshi. Sahil Joshi is joining us from Ahmedabad. Sahil, what are the preparations? And the biggest question, once the EC verdict comes out, how much time will it take, you think, to count these 176 MLA votes?
See, if the result gets out in the first preference votes itself, and as Ahmed Patel is hoping that he gets 45 votes, first of all, there will be two scenarios. First is that if the verdict goes in favor of BJP, then there will be a counting of 176 votes. So that will be very clear that the first preference votes, the Ahmed Patel will have to get 45 votes. If that happens, if he gets 45 votes, then the counting will be over, and then it is very clear that three candidates, that is Amit Shah, Smriti Irani and Ahmed Patel, will be elected. If Ahmed Patel do not get 45 votes as the first preference votes in first go, then the second preference votes will be counted. That will take another time, and that will be a problem for Ahmed Patel. Now there will be a second scenario in which that the BJP, the verdict goes in the favor of Congress. So that time the two votes will have to be reduced. So that will be the count will be 174. So it will be a revalue to the mark of the victory of the Rajya Sabha candidate. So there will be a counting on that, and after that, if Ahmed Patel gets the number of votes he is hoping for, then the counting will be over. So in any case, it is going to take some time, at least 1 hour after the verdict is out. So it's going to be really interesting to see that whether it goes in the second preference vote counting or not. So it's going to take around 1.5 hours. As what we have been told is that Amit Shah and his team, at the same time the Congress team who are inside, they are sitting with a returning officer at this point of time. Obviously, they are also waiting for the verdict, as we are waiting for. As soon as that comes,
those pictures live on your screen right now are from where this election is being held in Gandhinagar. That's the preparation for the returning officer to come out and announce his verdict. The EC has officially said this will be at 11:30, but it could be 11:30, give or take a few minutes. Rajdeep, what's at stake if Ahmed Patel loses? The BJP will say this is not Ahmed Patel's defeat, this is the defeat of Sonia Gandhi.
They will certainly say that, and they have every reason to say that, because Ahmed Patel has been Sonia Gandhi's political secretary and a close confidant since 2001, someone she's relied on as a crisis manager for her. It will probably mean a weakening of her clout, a feeling that she's more and more encircled, more and more weakened. How will it play out? Look, the fact is, the Congress, I come back to what Jairam Ramesh says, I'm using him in a sense to make a point that many of us have been trying to, is facing an existential crisis. It can't run away from that fact. It is today in power in barely 6 states and then the union territory of Pondicherry or Puducherry. That's where the Congress is in power. The BJP, on the other hand, is a party which is in power today in 18 states with its allies. The balance of power has shifted. You have a new hegemonical party called the Bharatiya Janata Party, and you have a much weakened Congress. Now, if Ahmed Patel loses, what I sense is that it will mean, in a way, an acceptance that you have, that the Congress is simply unable to stop this juggernaut, and I use this word juggernaut, this unstoppable juggernaut called Amit Shah and Narendra Modi. So the sense of defeatism will increase. You've got an election in Gujarat, you've got an election in Himachal, both of which the Congress believes it has very few prospects. You've got Karnataka less than a year away. Therefore, at this stage next year, you could have the Congress in power only in one major state, which is Punjab. And that would be a serious crisis. So I don't think it's so much about this election.
One thing that I spoke to a very senior RSS leader who says we think that Captain Amrinder Singh should come and join the NDA. He says that, he doesn't belong in the BJP, he doesn't belong in the Congress.
What Rajdeep is saying, you add to that the fact that over the last couple of years of the Modi Amit Shah success story.
Okay, I've got breaking news. Breaking news coming in, folks. The news is that the Election Commission order is ready. The order is being uploaded on the website. Commission, fortunately, will be on time. 11:30 is what they said. Messrs. Jyoti and team will deliver. 11:30 is when we'll know whether these two Congress rebel MLAs will be disqualified or not. That's the breaking story coming just at this time. We are hearing from our sources within the Election Commission that the EC order is ready. It is being uploaded on the website. They're saying keep an eye on our website.